Greetings, people of the internet. I am excited to announce that I have officially released the prototype to my game, Insectoid Infestation. In this video, I will go over some of the new features that I have added to the game, such as adding a scrolling background, alongside a score and wave display. I also added increasing difficulty and some sounds to add more juice. I will go over how to access the prototype afterwards, so let's hop into this week's devlog. I wanted to spruce up the game a bit from last week's video before releasing it as a prototype. I started out by filling out my Trello board to help guide me in this endeavor. The game was feeling a bit bland with the static blue background, so I first wanted to tackle adding a scrolling background to the game. I stumbled upon a pixel space sprite pack on itch.io, which would be perfect for my game. I will have a link to the asset pack in the description below. First, I imported one of the blue colored space sprites in the asset pack to Unity and tiled it accordingly to the main camera. Then, I was able to code a simple movement script for the background, alongside the ability to repeat the pattern. At first, I had it going in the wrong direction, which was a bit disappointing. However, after some super quick tweaking, I was able to implement the scrolling background relatively quickly. Afterwards, I moved on to connecting a text element to the UI to allow a score display in the top left of the screen. The code was pretty simple. It holds a value for the total score and updates it accordingly. I also added two functions to both add and subtract points from the total count. This allowed me to ensure that the player doesn't receive points when the enemies die from reaching the bottom. After applying the necessary components to the game controller, the score displayed as expected. This enabled me to knock off two tasks from my Trello board, and now I can move on to adding UI for the current wave display, as well as programming a simple increasing difficulty system. I don't have much to say about the wave UI because it was mostly the same process as the score UI. However, I made sure to only increase the wave count after the current wave is over. With that done and out of the way, I can move on to the difficulty system. To be completely honest with you, I chose a pretty simple route to increase difficulty for now. I have it set to add 2 to the enemy count after each wave. I think that this quick hack will work for now for the prototype. However, I do plan on creating a diverse wave generation system in the future. For now, my skills just don't allow for something as awesome as that, but this will work momentarily. Now, I can tick 2 more tasks off the Trello board and move on to the final task that I wanted to implement before releasing the prototype. Sounds. Sounds were super easy to apply to the game because I just had to add audio sources to the various prefabs and code when to play them. The sound effects that I decided to add come from another asset pack that will be linked in the description below. For the prototype, I chose to add sounds for when the player shoots a bullet, as well as whenever the player gets hit by an enemy. I also added sounds when the enemies and asteroids get hit by one of the player's bullets. Before knocking off the last task from my Trello board, I added a looping tune to the game in order to make it feel less empty while playing. With all of that done, I am proud to announce that I have released the prototype on itch.io. However, if you are wanting a link to the game, I encourage you to join my Discord server, Stumpy's Spaceship. I have a specific channel open for bug discussions on my server, so please feel free to send me your feedback through there. I also accept suggestions for the game or content on YouTube within my server as well. If you enjoy the content, feel free to smack that subscribe button alongside the notification bell to stay updated with the progress of my game, Insectoid Infestation. You can find me on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 PM Central Standard Time. Follow my Twitter and Instagram for updates on projects that I'm working on or behind the scenes content. Take note that I don't plan on releasing a devlog for this series next week, as I want to let some time pass for people to play the prototype. Instead, I will have a devlog showcasing my development journey through participating in the Meetsy Game Jam. My social media will be linked in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.